Welcome to today's news. Do not forget to share your thoughts and give us a thumbs up. It finally boils down to a simple choice. Either a president called Tinubu or a country called Nigeria. Nigeria has faced and survived many profound upheavals and turmoil in its short history as an independent country. It faced the 1966 crisis and the civil war that followed it. It faced the MKO Abiola debacle. In each of these events, we thought that the country was going to explode, but miraculously, it did not. Only Nigerians would tempt the gods this far and still remain unbroken into smiting. The current situation with Tinubu and his incredible certificate saga seems to be one more test of the gods and one push too far against destiny. For one man to be twice a governor of the richest state in Nigeria and accumulated so much control over the wealth of the people and eventually clinch the claim to occupy the office of the president, all based on questionable credentials, is simply too much, isn't it? The issue arising from the outcome of the case of Atiku versus Tinubu in Chicago, USA, has raised huge political turbulence in Nigeria, which must now be analyzed in the context of Nigerian history of upheavals. The question now is, will Nigeria survive Tinubu presidency? The fallout of the Chicago case may very well lead to the unraveling of Nigeria, that the man Tinubu could fool millions of his countrymen and women for so long on something as basic as his educational history and record is mind-boggling. It is now obvious that Tinubu forged the academic records he submitted to the INEC. That is now beyond doubt. The question of whether he attended Chicago State University and graduated from there is not the question before the law. Rather, the question is whether the documents he submitted to INEC were actually issued and signed by those said to have signed them. A document prepared and signed by someone else is a forgery, even if the content of that document are accurate. A birth certificate signed by the hospital's accountant pretending to be the hospital's medical director is a forgery, even if every piece of information on that birth certificate is true. So the question at this point is not whether Tinubu attended that university. It is not whether he graduated from that university. Rather, the question and only question is whether the document he submitted came from that university and signed by the appropriate officers of that university. The answer to this question is now clearly no. This is because under disposition, the officers of Chicago State University officials stated that they have no idea of where or how Tinubu obtained the certificate he submitted to the INEC. That conclusion means that Tinubu produced the certificate from the wrong source. That is conclusively forgery. I want to say that this certificate forgery is taking a very higher dimension. And because of that, I will say that in a more organized atmosphere, Tinubu is supposed to have voluntarily resigned by now to save us further stress and humiliation. This embarrassment is just too much. This kind of scandal never happens when officials outside countries resign. Shame on them. The same old time all over again. It was the same with his predecessor, Buhari, not having a school certificate. Nigerians has been fooled for too long. So guys,